Welcome back, queens and kings, and thank you guys so much for watching. In today's series part 5, I will be doing some facelift, in which I was inspired by my gorgeous DIY bar stools to remake my stools that you guys just seen, as well as to give my sofa and love seat a facelift. And I will also be doing a quick little gorgeous DIY as you guys see here. If you all would like to see all the material that I use and where I purchase all these items for to do this gorgeous DIY and do the little facelift, please continue to watch. Easy keys. Alright, queens and kings, so here I'm showing you guys how my love seat and my sofa look. It's nice and everything. It's a charcoal gray, you know, like a stone gray or whatever, but I want to give it a little facelift, all because I was inspired by my bar stools that I showed you guys in the beginning. And how I'm gonna go about actually doing that is just adding some glam to it, just to give a little facelift, just to make them look a little bit different and more custom. So here are the glam pieces that I will be using, that I did order all the glam from Amazon, and I will link each one that I did order, and I will be using a wire cutter, and this is the pack that they came in. So here I'm showing you guys where I have flipped my furniture already, and I'm showing you guys how the push pin looks, or the adhesive push pin that you guys, you know, just dazzle anything up that you guys want to do or whatever. But this is how it look. I'm not sure what the length of it, the measurements of it, but I will actually link it down below so you guys can figure that all out for yourself. But this is how gorgeous it is. This is how it look, and I'm showing you guys just the size and everything. Now, what I'm going to do to get them to be a flat back is what the same method that I did on my DIY bar stools, where I use my wire cutters there, and I'm going to cut the pin part that you push into the couch, the pointed part there, off with this wire cutter. And I'm going to do this very slow and show you guys where you basically going to push it all the way to the back, and you're going to apply as much pressure as you can until you get this to actually bend and break. In some cases, it don't always work as easy as simply that. Some cases it does. It's just like you have to get it in the perfect spot of your wire cutter. Now, how I'm going to actually adhere these to my chair is basically with some hot glue. And I'm using the Gorilla Glue sticks, which is a stronger hold or whatever. So, all I'm going to do is just apply a generous amount on the back, but not too much because you don't want it to ooze out. But I did that in a certain case, which you guys will see later in the video. But this is all I'm doing here. Basically, I'm just doing like a finger length or inch or 3 inches up from the beginning or edge of the bottom of the sofa. And I'm just going to apply this the invisible line that I'm seeing, because I'm just eyeballing this, and I'm just going to go all the way down the entire sofa. Which I'm showing you guys here is basically how I'm getting my measurement. That's just that little finger inch apart from the bottom of the sofa. And like I said, I'm just going to continue this method here where I have already pre-cutted the push pins or whatever, so therefore I don't have to cut and apply glue and cut and apply glue. You know, you want to do that ahead of time if you decided to do this method here. But you can also use a hammer to actually bam these in, or whatever type of furniture you desire to bam them in. But I'm going the easy route for me because it was much easier and I didn't have nothing to measure it out. So therefore, that's why I'm going this method here. Now here I'm showing you all basically how they actually come in a package like this, but they come into a filled package, and I think it say 100 in there if I'm not mistaken, or 1,000. I'm not sure. And y'all see I got my little helper as well, and I have made at least halfway down the sofa. Alright, queens and kings, so here is my sofa. Here's the little facelift that I did to the same thing I did to the bar stool. Do you guys see like a little match or a pattern? Like I bought them just like that. But no, this is an easy way to give your furniture a facelift, to give it a newer look to it so you can fall in love with it even more. I thought less was more in this situation, so I decided to just keep them just like this and just put it to the bottom, which like I said, they do match the bar stools. And I love the way they look. It just gave up just an uplift, you know, a facelift. And that's what I was going for. So now let's move on to my little ottomans here, which you guys have seen, and I purchased these from Ross. Is anyone looking for them? They was just $20 each. Now I done had them for a while, about a year now, and you know, Andre done tossed on them, done sat on them, waste things on them or whatever. I was beginning to fall out of love with them, but now I'm gonna use a different types of push pin, but these here is have the more round back, so they don't have the flat back. So by my bar stool have this wooden board inside of, I'm just going to use those two tufted holes, you know, just to bring it up a little bit, you know, make it new again or make it glamorous just as much as I like it. And I will also leave these push pins in the back, not the back, but in the description box or whatever. I don't know why I would say at the back, I don't know. But in some cases I wasn't able to push it in, so here go that method again, what I was talking about doing with the sofa, basically using a hammer, but I don't have the proper hammer to do this. I'm using a towel to cover up the bling, so therefore I don't scratch it up or anything like that, and just to push those in. Now you could hot glue, put some glue down in the little crevices of where the pin's going to be located at, and then push them in or hammer them in. It's all up to you, but I actually did that later on because I seen Andre pull one of them off, so I had to be safe with him, which I do advise if you have smaller kids like myself. Alright, queens and kings, so here they are. Here's the facelift that I gave to my ottoman, and y'all know I am glamorous, so I had to do it. Something that I've been wanting to do, as well as with the sofas and everything, but it wasn't the right time. I was doing everything else, but I love the way that it came out. Now I don't fell back in love with them. Now I don't want to sell them or anything like that, so I'm loving them right now. It brings me that extra glam, and I just love it. I just love it. So these are easy ways that you can actually uplift your furniture, get your furniture facelift or whatever, to make it new again, make it different or whatever you desire it to be. So now let's move on to this little flower box here, which everybody has seen how you do the mirror box, so I didn't do that. I had already done that off camera. Now I'm just going to use some styrofoam. Most of all these items are coming from the Dollar Tree. This is a simple, easy Dollar Tree DIY where I'm just going to glue the foam boards in there to give my base, so therefore my flowers can be able to sit on top of them and hide the top layer. So at this point, I know you guys like, why are you actually adding more styrofoam to the bottom of it? It's more because I want to have that little stagger layer, you know, layer. I mean to say, you have the low, high, and that's basically what I'm going for at this point here. Now I want to show you guys some items that did not come from the Dollar Tree. These are some bling candle holders that I got off some old rustic candle holders, and I decided to just, they was able to screw off. Now the part that I screwed in the bottom of the candle holder are some legs that came, the feet or whatever, came from my bar stool, and so obvious or convenience that they actually fit. I didn't know. I just was trying to use them to give a, you know, that little stagger layer, like I said, the low and the high look or whatever, and kind of find out they actually fit just perfect. Now at this point here, I could have just removed the plastic, so therefore I don't have to worry about these wobbling or anything like that, but I didn't. I was just being lazy and trying to get it done and over with this DIY, because y'all see that little one is close by. Look, he moving his cars around and everything. I keep telling him to move, but Andre is my shadow, so I might well accept it. So anyways, I'm basically just applying more glue or whatever to secure them down before I actually added the flowers, which I have already jumped ahead of myself. But that's all I'm doing now. It just started arranging my flowers how I wanted to fill in the gaps and spaces, so therefore you don't see the styrofoam, and which that's what I have done here. And I have These little crystals here came off another old candle holder, which I was just showing you guys. That's all those are. And I'm just going to glue those onto the mirror. But you guys have seen me done this method more than once. You know, I like it. I love the way how I look. I love how the the glam pops off the mirror or whatever. It just give you that extra layer of glamorous. That's pretty much what I was going for. So all right, queens and kings, look how pretty it is. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. It reminds me of my sconces that I did, a DIY or whatever. But I love the way that it's looking. I love how these little votive candle holders just sit in the bed of the flower, just like a field of roses. Look, it just looks so gorgeous, and the tea lights just flashing. But I love the way how this turned out. Which is you guys' favorite? Just tell me which one was your favorite. Was it the facelift to the love seat and sofa or mirror box? I love the way that it's looked though. Not least, or was it our glamorous ottomans? Queens and kings, so that is it for series number 5. If you all enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and share. Also subscribe if you're new to the castle and turn on your post notification bell. Bye bye.